Please stand as far as you're able for our invocation. Almighty God, on this joyful evening, we give thanks for 60 years of learning, growth, and opportunity at Parkland College. We celebrate this milestone with grateful hearts and honor the graduates who now step into a new chapter of life. We thank you for gifted professors, faithful administrators, supportive families, and loyal friends who have invested time, wisdom, and care into these students. Bless them for their service and dedication. Lord, you are the giver of wisdom and the light that guides us forward. Let your love, peace, hope, and truth fill this ceremony. Inspire these graduates to live with courage, integrity, and kindness. Help them to pursue their dreams while lifting others, serving their communities, and treating all people with dignity and respect. May gratitude mark this celebration, and may hope guide the future ahead. In Jesus' name, amen. You may be seated.
Welcome students, family, and guests. If I could ask you to take a moment to silence your cell phones. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Maureen Banks, Chair of the Parkland College Board of Trustees. Dr. Maureen Banks was elected as District 505 Parkland College Trustee in April 2021. An active participant in Champaign-Urbana community, Dr. Banks has served multiple year terms on several local and national boards. She currently serves on the Illinois Community College Board and the Midwest Higher Education Compact. Dr. Banks holds a PhD in Human Resources Education for the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, a MS in Preventative Medicine and Environmental Health from the University of Iowa, and a BS in Biology from Western Illinois University. Dr. Banks retired as director from the Division of Safety and Compository at the University of Illinois. Her career has been in safety, environmental compliance in private industries and public institutions, including De Nemours, Inc., Southland Corporation, Bank Safety Consultants, and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Dr. Banks and her husband, Sam, have 3 adult children and 4 grandchildren. Thank you.
Congratulations, Parkland College, class of 2026. On behalf of the Parkland College Board of Trustees, it is our honor to celebrate your achievements today. You now join the proud tradition of Parkland graduates who use their education to serve the communities of Parkland College District 505. We encourage you to be intentional in sharing the value of your accomplishments. The communities of District 505 need your talent, your perspective, and all that you have gained at Parkland. We are incredibly proud of you, Parkland class of 2025. The members of Parkland College Board of Trustees serve because we share your commitment to these communities and the people who call them home. They are dedicated to providing the leadership and resources that help make a Parkland education the best that it can be. I am honored to introduce them today. Please join me in recognizing Bianca Green, Vice Chair from Champaign. Carolyn Ragsdale, Secretary from Champaign. James Ayers, Board Member from Monticello. Daniel Marker, Board Member from Champaign. Jared Clem, Board Member from St. Joe. Dana Trimble, Board Member from Newman, is unable to join us this evening. Perla Juarez Cuevas, Student Representative from Arthur. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Pamela Lau, President of Parkland College. Dr. Lau first joined Parkland in 1995 and has since served in a variety of leadership roles focused on strengthening academic programs and advancing student learning and success. In November 2019, the Parkland College Board of Trustees selected Dr. Lau as President Designee, and she assumed the role of President in January 2023. She holds a bachelor's degree in philosophy with first-class honors from the University of Singapore and a master's degree in philosophy from the University of Chicago. Dr. Lau earned her doctorate in community college leadership from Ferris State University in 2015. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Pamela Lau to the podium.
Good evening. On behalf of the Parkland College Board of Trustees, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, the graduating class of 2026, and to the family and friends who have gathered with you in this auditorium to celebrate with you. There is much that stands out about this graduating class from this academic year. Let me share some interesting pieces of data. First of all, the graduating class is made up of more than 1,200 of you, 1,210 to be exact. Together, you earned 1,316 degrees and certificates. So yes, if you did the arithmetic, some 100 of you are graduating with more than one credential. Of the 1,210 graduates, 540 are able to join us for commencement ceremonies and celebrations today. And of these 540, there are 325 of you right here this evening in this auditorium for the arts and sciences and the career and technical education commencement. Earlier this afternoon, we graduated 217 students at the health professions commencement ceremony. A second fact, you all come from across the diversity spectrum. In many ways, you represent a very good cross-section of American society. You are diverse, in your goals for coming to Parkland. So as we look at all the graduating students and look at what they majored in, 10% of you chose to complete an associate's degree in general studies. 30% of you completed transfer-oriented credentials, and you will continue the post-secondary journey to earn a bachelor's degree at a four-year university. The rest of the class, 60% of this class, earned credentials that prepare students to immediately enter the workforce, stepping directly into a career pathway. And of this 60%, 46% of you are graduating from the Career and Technical Education Division. There's also racial and ethnic and economic diversity in the class of 2026. About 36% of this graduating class, that is more than a third, are from a racial ethnic minority. 46% of you have relied at some time or other on federal financial aid, what is typically referred to as the Pell Grant, to help you pay for college. Parkland College is very proud that our mission of opening access to college for all has positively impacted this class of graduating students. You are also diverse in terms of your age group. If a traditional college student is defined as someone who goes straight to college after high school, is a full-time student who does not have to work to support themselves through school, and completes their degree and certificate without delay, then I would say that almost 60% of you are actually non-traditional. Because we know that some of you have delayed coming to college immediately after high school. Most of you have had to work to support yourselves while taking classes. Many of you have helped to take care of family members while you were a student. And some of you are parents or became parents while you studied at Parkland. So you might not know it, but I would think that in the process of completing your certificate or degree, you have mastered what I would call the art of juggling. You figured out how to juggle studies with work and responsibilities and still find time for yourself and social activities. And on top of it, many of you have seized the opportunity to grow leadership skills through our student-led organizations. Thus, I think you certainly have a thing or two to brag to the next generation. To switch metaphors, you have what I would call the 21st century version of having to walk to school every day through snow, sleet, and summer heat, and uphill both ways. The fact that you are here this evening as a graduating student, I think speaks very loudly of your ability to set your mind on the prize of completing what you set out to do at Parkland, a prize that you pursued with your all. And you have been held to high standards. We didn't let you come here easily. The Parkland faculty are good, they are excellent, but they are demanding. They did not let you slide by. They made you think critically and problem solve productively, and oh, there were endless assignments. And no doubt, they designed these assignments to draw out the best qualities in you. And you have followed through. You figured out how to stick with it until the work is done. So, through all of this, you have actually experienced what we call the core value of college. You mastered the task of stretching your mind to participate in productive thinking, to learn new information, to master new and different skills and competencies, to weigh different ideas, to apply new knowledge to problem solve, to broaden your horizons, to make your own arguments, to question accepted narratives. You have cultivated your mind. So congratulations on completing your certificate and degree. It is an important milestone of achievement. We at Parkland are so very proud of you and are pleased that we have had this opportunity to play a role in your achievements. So tonight, you will be joining thousands of Parkland College students since our very first commencement ceremony in 1968. This year, we celebrate 6 decades of Parkland College. Tonight, you celebrate this culmination of months, so for some of you, years of learning and diligence. You have reached this very important milestone. And then, tomorrow comes. Tomorrow will be your first day as a graduate of Parkland College. Now, you might have noticed, that we tend to refer to the graduation ceremony as commencement. In other words, you're not done. Tomorrow, you will commence to take your next steps towards your next milestone. And so while graduation is a key milestone, you haven't arrived at your destination yet. Not yet. The journey is not quite over. I'm sure the journey ahead, whether you're continuing on immediately to a four-year university to complete a bachelor's degree or you're going into the world of work, that journey ahead will undoubtedly bring you new adventures. There will be many opportunities for you to enjoy those adventures, to learn and grow, to grow further as professionals. But that same journey will undoubtedly throw you a few curveballs here and there. So remember, you have made good decisions to get you thus far. Those same good decision-making principles will shore you up to get you to the next few milestones. And we know you can do it. Finally, I encourage you to remain grateful, always. Do not forget the opportunities that have come your way to make tonight possible. Be grateful to the people who have helped to open doors for you or who pushed you to open the doors yourself. And pay it forwards. Open doors for others. And it's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker and the recipient of our honorary degree. At Parkland College, the honorary degree is awarded to those who have demonstrated outstanding leadership in education, in business, in civic life. They embody the very values that we uphold at Parkland College. So it's my privilege to introduce the honorary degrees recipient and commencement speaker, Stevie J. Kachaturian, tonight. For over 45 years, Stevie J has served as a top radio personality in Champaign-Urbana and its surrounding areas. Known for his enthusiasm, energy, and positive attitude, his contributions to local radio have been significant over the span of his career, having worked for all the major radio stations in Champaign-Urbana. Throughout his career, Stevie J has interviewed thousands of guests on air, including movie stars, future presidents, Hall of Fame athletes, coaches, and countless newsmakers. As the owner of Stevie J Broadcasting, which includes ESPN 93.5, Christian FM 95.3, All the Hits Q96, and Country Station US 105.9. Stevie J is currently heard every weekday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN 93.5, covering the news, weather, and sports. He has been married to his wife, Janet, for over 40 years, and together they have 4 children, Nathaniel and triplets, Christian, Benjamin, and Grace. And he and Janet are now grandparents and are expecting their 3rd grandchild in the last 2 years. So tonight, on behalf of the Parkland College administration, we are proud to recommend to the Parkland College Board of Trustees Stevie J. Kachaturian as the honorary associate degree recipient. Dr. Banks and Stevie J, would you please come and join me at the podium?
It is my honor to confer the Associate of Arts degree honorary degree to Stevie J. Kachaturian.
My goodness.
Congratulations.
I didn't know this was happening. So nice. So nice. Dr. Lee, thank you so much. I didn't know I was getting this. I want to thank the Academy. This is awesome. I am really honored and thrilled to be here tonight. I mean, I can't tell you. President Lau, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty and staff, proud parents, families, friends, and of course, the 2026 graduating class of Parkland College. You look awesome. I've never been at this point of view. You look awesome. Clap, clap, clap. Oh my gosh. I have been on the radio for the last 2 weeks talking about this, and I'll be very honest. I asked Mike Tramey if you ran out of names. Is that why I'm here? You don't have anybody else to come and talk? It is a true honor. I love Parkland. Absolutely love Parkland. My wife, Janet, taught here at Parkland. My son, Christian, a few years ago was here in the Pathways program playing for the Tough Cobra golf team. Parkland's like the premier, do you know this? Parkland's like the premier community college in the world. You don't just go to Parkland, you got to go to Parkland. This is a big deal. This is a big deal, okay? Over the years, I have interviewed tens of thousands of people. I look a lot better back there than I do up close, okay? I'm on my 9th president broadcasting in Champaign. 9 presidents in my career. And I've interviewed so many people, but 2 I remember pretty well. I was a young 2004 Illinois senator. You might remember him. His name was Barack Obama. And I'm talking to the new senator. I said, Senator, congratulations. You're you're a senator of the United States Senate. It's unbelievable. I said, but sir, you're 144 days into your 6-year term, and they're talking about you running for president. And you know what he said? Laughingly, he said, I'm just trying to find the bathroom around here. And then, do you know who Muhammad Ali is? Oh my gosh, the greatest boxer of all time, one of the most iconic figures of the 20th century. He was on my show. And he didn't get along with a particular TV guy named Howard Cosell. He was on Monday Night Football for years, but they sparred on TV. And so I had to say, I said, Champ, tell me about Howard Cosell. And he said, and I quote, if I were a dog, Howard would be the tree. Those conversations and thousands more gave me a chance to learn a lot. We always learn in our lives. No matter what age, no matter what stage, there's learning to be done every single day. And I've found over the years that success, it's not that complicated. It just isn't. People are energetic. The successful people that I've met have been energetic. They have passion. They have an ability to communicate with words something simply. They show up and they're prepared. They make eye contact. They treat people well. They listen and they practice over and over again. I've met so many of you over the years, Parkland College graduates, and you're awesome because I know a lot about where you came from. Some of you came from high school. Some of you worked full-time raising families. Some of you are veterans. And some of you are wanting to start over. It's fabulous, the amazing community at this community college. It really, really is. Some of you, I bet, wondered if you'd make tonight, right? But you did. Why? Because you didn't quit. Success rarely comes with an event. Folks, life sometimes can be a grind. It's hard. It happens over time. 85% of your success in business is going to be how you work with people. And oh, by the way, life is not always fair. But I find that the most successful people are able to deal with the unfairness and overcome it. But it's gradual and it takes time. What you have to do is you have to decide something. You have to decide what matters. What is mattering? What matters to you every single day you open your eyes? Is it work? Is it your faith? Is it your family? Maybe it's a combination of all of them. If you're like me when I was your age, I kind of wanted to go make $1 million, maybe $1 billion now. But let me tell you something about that. I had a friend that was in heavy debt. I think we know about debt. This man was in $250,000 of credit card debt, plus more. He was smart, he was energetic, he was very positive, and he was going to work day and night to get this done. Years later, I caught up with him. I said, Joey, how did it go? He said, I paid my debt off. That's unbelievable. And my company's worth millions. I said, Joey. He went, thanks. I said, what's wrong? What do you mean, thanks? You did it. He said, it's a scam. I said, what? You paid your debt off. You're worth a lot of money. It's all a scam. They told me I would be happy. But you can't hug a checkbook. Graduates, I hope you remember this. Talent is essential, and all of you have it. I don't know what area it's in, but you have talent. That's the great news. It's God-given talent. Use it and develop it. Opportunity is big, and you got to take those chances and go for it, and then connections obviously help. But your attitude matters more than you think or know, I promise you. How you treat people matters. Whether you can be trusted matters. Whether you can keep your word matters. And whether you can keep going when it gets really hard. Especially when it gets really hard. That matters most of all. And you're going to have moments where you feel like you're falling behind. You're going to have moments doubting yourself. You already had all these, but they're going to come back. They're going to always be there. It's going to feel like others are more successful, more certain. Don't let that discouragement win, please. It's so human to be discouraged at times. I get it. World War II General Douglas MacArthur said, age wrinkles the body, but quitting wrinkles the soul. Please don't quit. Most people do. Most people do. Don't be most people. Keep going and hold on to hope. And when you build your family, or you're building your family, and as you grow older, remember, please, that you're not going to be lying on your deathbed wishing you went to the office one more time. The world does not need more arrogance, more outrage, more people trying to look important. It needs more people like you, dependable, smart, kind, humble. More people willing to do the little things well. It needs people who understand that you should never hate, for hate is like taking poison and expecting someone else to die. Years ago, we adopted a dog named Charlie. Many of you have been in that position. This was a 100-pound dog. We didn't know Charlie's background except he was probably in a crate for the first 6 months of his life. He was the saddest animal I've ever seen. He weighed 100 pounds. So he was in a crate for 6 months. He comes to my house, and obviously I want to put him in a crate. I don't know if he's potty trained. So I'm trying to get Charlie in a crate. And that night, I'd have had a better chance to get Starkle Planetarium in a dog crate than that dog. It wasn't going to happen. So I said, fine, you stay outside. So 100-pound dog, lights go off, we go to bed, 2 a.m. 2 a.m., I'm sound asleep, and the dog jumps on my chest. It gets your attention. And I said, Charlie boy, you're home. It's going to be okay. 2 a.m. next night, same thing. I think I'm in the Marines. This is brutal. And it kept happening. I kept thinking, what is the problem? He doesn't want to go out. He doesn't want food. And then I realized something. My 100-pound big dog, Charlie, was afraid of the dark. Charlie was afraid of the dark. So I got a 2-ounce nightlight for my 100-pound dog. And he slept. And he was home. And I got to thinking, I said, are people so different? To be a little afraid? To be a little unsure? Strong people need reassurance sometimes. Even confident people who get scared need reassurance. Successful people wonder if everything's going to be okay. Everybody needs a nightlight from time to time. Sometimes that nightlight might be a parent, a spouse, a coach, or a mentor. Sometimes it's just one person who believes in you when you won't even believe in yourself. As you leave here tonight, my hope is not only that you find those people in your life that will help you when it gets dark, but one day you become one of those people that shines the light. Be the encouragement, be the calm in the chaos. Be the voice that says, it's going to be okay, Charlie, you're home. Everything's going to be okay. You never know who really needs it. Years from now, people won't know your GPA. They won't know your parking spot or what you wore tonight. They just won't. But they're going to remember how you treated people. What you built, what you stood for. So go and be brave before you feel brave. Be kind before it's convenient. And when life gives you a chance to make a difference, take it. The world does not need more spectators. The world needs you. May God bless you, Parkland, class of 2026. Congratulations.
It's hard to follow that one. It is with great honor that I get to announce tonight's student speaker at the 2026 commencement ceremony. We're honored to have Juliano Batiste, who is an accounting student and student athlete at Parkland College, join us. Born in Toronto and raised in the Caribbean island of Grenada, where his family is from. He developed his love for football or soccer early on, building his foundation through school, sport, and community. After completing secondary school, he returned to Toronto to finish high school, continuing his education while adapting to a different environment. With both parents sharing Canadian and Grenadian roots, his background has shaped his perspective and identity. At Parkland College, he's balanced academics with competing on the men's soccer team, learning discipline, resilience, and consistency along the way. After graduation, he will attend the John Molson School of Business at Concordia University in Montreal while competing in U Sports soccer. He aspires to pursue finance and opportunities that allow both professional and personal growth. Please welcome our 2026 commencement student speaker, Juliano Batiste, to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I grew up on a small island in the Caribbean called Grenada. In Grenada, you're not just raised by your parents, you're raised by a village. I remember my neighbors to the right of me would send mangoes over the fence one day, and my dad and I would send guavas back the next. I remember riding bikes with my little siblings when my sister's chain slipped off, so we walked with our bikes across the street to our neighbor who had been working on his car, and without hesitation, he helped us fix it. That was simply what community looked like where I grew up. People showed up for one another without needing to be asked. Even in school, teachers didn't just know you as a name on paper or a grade in the system. They knew who you were. They cared beyond what was required. And sometimes it was those small extra moments that made all the difference. Growing up in Grenada meant that I was surrounded by people who constantly poured into me, supported me, and helped shape who I became. But when I left Grenada at 17 to come here to Parkland, I thought that that part of my life was over. I thought I was stepping into a new part of my life where I would have to do everything on my own. You hear the stories about college being independent, about professors who come in, lecture, and leave without really ever getting to know their students. And being in a new country away from everything familiar, I thought that that chapter of my life was over. I thought, for the first time, I would have to figure out everything by myself. But I was wrong, because when I got to Parkland, I found another village. I found professors who saw me not just as a student, but as a student athlete trying to balance everything. I had a statistics professor who knew that I couldn't make the office hours because of class and training, so instead, before class even started, he allowed me to go over material with him in his office and made sure that I understood. And it was moments like that that made my success here possible. But it wasn't just in the classroom. As international students on the men's soccer team here at Parkland, many of us were going to spend Thanksgiving Day alone. And that day could have easily just been another day. But Coach Mark Sikora and his family invited all of us over to their home. And there we were, students from different countries, different backgrounds, sitting around a table, experiencing Thanksgiving for the first time together. But more importantly, we weren't just guests. We felt like family. And in that moment, thousands of miles away from home, we weren't alone. So when I stand here today and I look at this moment, I can't only call it mine, because this degree doesn't belong to me alone. It belongs to every professor who gave their time, every teammate who pushed me, every mentor who guided me, every person who supported me, and every person who was just there for me when I needed it the most. And I don't think I'm the only one. We often hear about being self-made, but if we're honest, none of us are. Every single person graduating today was helped by someone, supported by someone, believed in by someone. It took a village to get all of us here. Sure, each of us had our own personal grind. We stayed up at night putting in all those hours of study, but it was our village that kept us striving and kept us resilient. So, as we leave Parkland and step into the next chapter of our lives, I think we carry more than just a degree with us. We carry a responsibility to be that same support system for others, to show up for people, even when it's not required, to help without being asked, to lift others as we continue to climb, because success was never meant to be a solo journey. And if it took a village to get us here, then let us become that village for someone else. I'm Giuliano Batiste. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Good evening. I'm Danielle Wilberg, Associate Vice President for Development and Executive Director of the Parkland College Foundation. Each year, the foundation has the privilege of honoring an outstanding alumnus whose achievements reflect the values and spirit of Parkland College. The Distinguished Alumni Award celebrates individuals who have demonstrated excellence in their careers, commitment to service, and meaningful impact in their communities. Tonight, it is my great pleasure to recognize Justin Kirby as the 2026 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Justin earned his associate degree in business administration from Parkland in 1994, and today is founder and CEO of Kirby Wealth Management Group here in Champaign. Beyond his professional success, Justin is dedicated to giving back to our community through support of numerous local organizations and causes. Please join me in celebrating Justin on his remarkable accomplishments and continued connection to Parkland College.
Good evening. It's not often that you get to hear from two speakers from Philo, Illinois. Stevie J is kind of famous from Philo. I'm less famous from Philo. I used to have one thing over him. I was a Parkland graduate. Now he's got a degree from Parkland. So thank you, Danielle, for your generous introduction, and thank you to Parkland College President, Dr. Pamela Lau, and Parkland College Board Chair, Dr. Maureen Banks, for honoring me with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Parkland College, for me, was foundational to who I am today. I am a husband, a father of 4 amazing children, a business owner, and a community member. I've been blessed with great family and friends, for which I am grateful. Parkland College, the Parkland Golf Team, and my 2 jobs at the Philo Tavern and the U of I Golf Course taught me discipline, time management, and work ethic. These skills allowed me to continue my education at Illinois State University and were key to my success in starting my career at Northwestern Mutual. I want to thank my parents, Gary and Margie Kirby. I want to thank my wife, my biggest supporter, Bobby Jo Kirby. I'm grateful to Greg Tom, who was my accounting professor and my golf coach, for taking a chance on me. Lastly, I want to honor Robert Ulbrich. He was my Business 101 professor that really inspired me to want to be an entrepreneur. Graduates, first, congratulations. You do look great, by the way. Now take what you have learned at Parkland College and go chase something amazing. Dream big, outwork everyone, and ask for help. Go out and make your mark on this world, and never forget that you represent your family, your community, and all of us as Parkland alumni. Thank you.
Good evening. Graduates, tonight is your night. We celebrate with you the reaching of an important academic milestone. But before we get to the most important part of this evening for you, I would be remiss, as the Chief Academic Officer of Parkland College, if I didn't acknowledge some of the people that are sitting behind me. It's most appropriate that we take a moment to recognize and salute all the faculty who have helped you get here today. So if you wouldn't mind giving your faculty a round of applause. It is always my honor to recognize some of our finest faculty tonight. Every year, we make selections among our faculty. And tonight I'd like to introduce to you Parkland's selection for the Parkland Teaching Excellence Award from the Division of Arts and Sciences, Associate Professor of Microbiology, Dr. Chelsea Lloyd. And Parkland's nominee for the Illinois Community College Trustees Association for Outstanding Adjunct Faculty Award from the Division of Arts and Sciences, Instructor of Physics, Jeremy Jang. Not able to be with us tonight, but we want to recognize her here. Parkland's nominee for the Illinois Community College Trustees Association Outstanding Full-Time Faculty Award from the Division of Health Professions, our Program Director for Surgical Technology, Janet Gruratz. And now, graduates, please rise. President Lau, upon the recommendation of the faculty and on their behalf, it is my great honor to present to you the candidates for degrees and certificates of the class of 2026.
And the most important statement tonight, on behalf of the Parkland College Board of Trustees, I accept the candidates for graduation.
Candidates for certificates and credentials. Paula de Jesus Aguilera Latuleri. Kelechukwa Akuba. Kelly Avalos. Kulveer Jaydeep Chabda. Paul Danley. Davis James Early. Jonathan Michael Elam. DeChancy Fletcher. Brian Garcia Corona. Dwayne Gibney Jr. Colin Thornton Guinness. Giovanni Hernandez. Rudolph Johnson. Jameson Jones. Shayla Delcon Chinta Jones. Nathaniel Madden. Andrew Miranda. Caden James Lee Murphy. Brandon Altamirano Narciso. N. Ja No. Lucas Mason Oldfield. Whitley Pearson. Devon Richardson. Landon Tyrone Robinson Lee. Shawnice Saffold. Matthew Sellers, Jr. Caleb Smith, Sr. Candidates for associate degrees. Noah Alexander Adams. Trayvon Jamar Edwards. Renata Alant. Faye Marie Allen. Michael Allen. Natalie Amisi. Lene Dominique Catrice Anglin. Cooper Argo. Braden Michele Arnett. Esther Asanjo. Emily Wynn Atkins. Kamarion Khalil Austin. Deanna K. Oxshire. Jose Luis Boucheline. Maya Zivar Baker. Kristen Balu. Celia Gustafson Barkley. Shane Beard. McKenna Jeanette Bulin. Sydney Rain Beckman. Justice Burdo. Bridget Michelle Blackburn. Sydney Cheyenne Blackwell. Juliano Baptiste. Hanny Claire Pasete Bombales. Victor Bradley. Joseph Brown. Ciara Brown. Stacy Renee Brown. Luke Brosnick. Ryan Burns. Elsa Burnside. Madison K. Bird. Brooklyn Kane. Ava Elizabeth Carter. Landon Yaku Carrera Castellanos. Shaylin Carrier. Kiara Asia Caston. Jacob Stephen Chittick. Catherine Clavey. Jenna Harley Clemens. Gunnar William Franklin Klein. Riley McKenna Klein. Anthony Alexander Coleman. Evan Coleman. Bryce Collins. Rebecca Como. Derek Cooper, Jr. Jose Cordova. Christian Correa. Deborah Cossey.
Eva Cottrell. Chama Marie Craig. Laura Delaney Copas. V. Hazel Cronenberg. Brock A. Cross. Brandon Cruz. Joshua Noah Cruz Hernandez. Amanda Cummings. Braden Danderand. Kalel DeSerbo. Alec Ronald DeYoung. Jesus Angel Diaz Jr. Marisol Diego Juan. Jasmine Deep. Martin Van Den. Chase Dooley. Janice Dorsey Robinson. Alyssa Dow. Chase Druez. Cassandra DeBas. Lincoln Dominic Payne Easton. Angela Akuki. Akeke Okuke. Taryn Enghausen. Amethyst Erickson. William Ubig. Kimberly Fairley. Jamira Faust. Lauruat Fell. Leah Fenickle. Emma Diane Fish. Margaret Belair Fish. Sierra Foltz. Hannah Lynn Frank. Lizette Caprice Andaden Gasser. Jared Gayhart. Lydia Gleason. Camille Gobsevich. Aaliyah Andrea Gomez. Leo Gomez Castro. Caleb Gordon. Jacob Wade Goff. Caitlin Olivia Graham. Madeline Rose Graham. Harrison Green. Jacob Michael Green. Abraham Grigsby. Jason Gervis. Catherine Navada Helbig. Eve Haliski. Caitlin Rose Hardesty. Lashea Lene Harper. Ethan Harsha. Skylar Colin Hartley. Nicholas Robert Hasty. Jackson Gerard Hahn. Tony Heckenmuller. Kaya Ann Helbling. Brianna Rochelle Henderson. Esteban Jesus Hernandez. Ava Henderson. Christopher Uziel Hernandez Sanchez. Lloyd Hinton. Ava Jordan Holiday. Tara Holycross. Davidson Wilhelm Hooper. Ariana Christine Hopkins. Melissa Renee Hudson. India Marie Huffman. Janisa LaCale Hunt. Peyton Hunt. Kira Hudson. Ethan Jeffries. Robert Jeffries. Amari Christina Johnson. Bailey Renee Jones. Lane Arden Judd.
Jordan Jumper. Carter Stephen Callao. Kaya Carabayas Cowling. Dawson Keeling. Arthur King III. Naja Gabrielle Marie King McDonald. Olivia Kinney. Emily Kirkendall. Eleanor Klein. Rhea Kane. Chelsea Marie Kregel. William Kuhn. Evan Michael Larson. Linda Lau. Jacob Lawrence. Braulio Lemus. Mark Levi. Hayden Lewis. Zachary Lewis. Evan Lee. Carissa Annabelle Long. Jason Liu. Caden David Lucas. Lucas Andres Madera. Sebastian Danielle Major. Shael Ruben Maldonado Morales. Simone Sarah Mampuya Balende. Luke Markand. Amari Martin. Gavin Nicholas Martin. Elliot Martinez. Ryder Matson. Rebecca Grace Maxwell. Nija Giovanna Venice McLean. Jamaria Lene McDonald. Robert McGath. Evan McMahill. Taylor Meninga. Melissa Meza Marquez. Courtney Miller. Ethan Zachary Miller. Tizieri Mohammed Sagir. Saturn Yoder Moore. Marina Moore. Tyler Moyano. Samantha Lamy Musasa. Treasure Moore. Rowan Musselman. Jake Chapman Myers. Elena Sophia Naylor. Tyler Newcomb. Christopher Gassam. Ariana Marie Nichols. Tuck Norman. Melissa Ann Norris. Thomas Novotny. Rowan O'Brien. Oni Okolo. Zion Moses. Maya Oliveras. Tracy Ondongo. Got it, I think. Nasreen Uzidan. Tate Party Cooper. Linus Parks. Jonathan Pasco. Cameron Drew Patton. Cody Lee Payne. Jared Petticourt. Lawanda Peoples. Abriana Pelmore. Lavinia Cheyenne Perry. Braden Tate Persy. Persy. Christian Robert Persy. Jessica Panrana.
I know this one. Pascaline Niamajami Pongo. Khadijah Pearson. Jude Nathaniel Pizarchuk. Ellie Plemons. Selena Poremba. Blaine Gregory Powers. Cole Edward Pruitt. Riley Cole Pruitt. Jake William Paul Reddix. Gustavo Rodriguez. Keaton Karloff Rother. Lisbeth Rojas. Yasmin Alejandra Rojas. Andrew Rocky. Ruthie Rowett. Elijah Raphael Ruzarji. Samantha Irene Ruggieri. Mia Ruiz Almaraz. Kyle Michael Ruskowski. Donald Zachary Rui. Estella Monir Sami. Alfredo Sanchez. Lily Seals. Lander Allen Shelby. Seth Simmons. Ryan Shambaugh. Elias Simpson. Cherie L. Sinclair. Elizabeth Sinclair. Morgan Sin. Noel Rain Smith. Logan Alexander Sparling. Matthew Ryan Sparrow. Lily Grace Stalter. Jamie Stanley. Cohen Bradley Steenbergen. Madeline Elizabeth Stites. Ariel Streeter. Megan Nicole Stumpf. Yuanpei Su. Lindsay Marie Suits. Cannon Suter. Aiden Talbot. Madison Elizabeth Taylor. Mackenzie Thacker. Elisha Lee Thomas. Taryn Nicole Thomas. Ashley Thompson. Andrew Vaughn Thurmond. Pierce Thompson. Zane Kelly Trimmel. Umberto Tuceri. Davina Tumba Kanku. Richard Undesser. Bailey Lynn Vandegraft. Brian Vaughn. Shanley Ross Patut Vega. Joshua Paul Weiss. Romel Villegas. Alexis Lynn Vogel. Stacy Lynn Vonderheide. Miles Gregory Walder. Nikaya Walker. Bailey Wayne. Lily Ann Wensloff. Michael West. Ian Russell White. Bailey Ella Bayul Whitney. Shelby Williver. Candace Williams. Maisha Antoinette Williams. Seth Andrew Wolken. John Ryan Wright. Micaiah Reagan Wright. Davi Yu. Madison York. Sage Young. Amber Marie Zellers. Austin Zuck. Robert Holloman. Vladislav Petrenko. Joshua Hooper. Elva Feeney. And participating virtually this evening, Aretha Johnson.
And now, the moment everyone has been anxiously waiting for, the turning of the tassel. My name is Pierce Thompson, and as the grandson of USMC Master Sergeant Roger Pierce and an aspiring educator for the Champaign Central, I understand the importance of the bridge we are building today between the legacies of our present and the dreams of our future. The ceremony today honors a new chapter in all of our lives. It celebrates the growth we have endured from our humble origins in the lecture halls at Parkland and the lifelong relationships we have made with friends and professors alike. It is with this that I proudly ask the Parkland class of 2026 to join me, to rise as the phoenixes you are, Now please, join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left. Go Cobras!
Stand with me, if you are able, for the benediction. As this celebration comes to a close, may blessings rest upon these graduates and upon all who supported them, families, friends, faculty, staff, colleagues. Bless this excellent college as it faithfully engages the community in learning and continues to be a beacon of knowledge and opportunity. Graduates of Parkland College, may you go into the world as people of wisdom, integrity, courage, and compassion. May you seek truth, extend hope, share love, and build peace wherever life leads you. May your education become not only a path to success, but a calling to serve others and to help create a more just, caring, and hopeful world. Go forward with gratitude for the past, confidence for today, and hope for tomorrow. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, both now and ever. World without end, amen and amen. Amen.